Hey everyone, welcome to the Deity Tech Series. My name's Angel, and I'm going to be working with you to get your Deity components installed properly and functioning optimally. We're going to explore everything from simple grip installation on through to more complex procedures like pedal maintenance and everywhere in between. Today we're going to go over how to install your new pedals onto your bike. Now there aren't many steps here, but there are a few important specifications to make note of to make sure your installation goes smoothly, so let's go over those. First off, Deity and most other manufacturers sell their pedals in pairs with a specific right and left pedal. The pedal on the same side as your drivetrain and on your rider's right will be referred to as the drive side pedal and will have standard clockwise threads on the spindle, noted with either an R stamped on it or a smooth spindle flange. The pedal on your rider's left and on your disc brake side, if you have them, is referred to as non-drive side and will have reverse counterclockwise threads on the pedal spindle and will be marked with an L and a groove in the spindle flange. Also worth noting is that Deity pedals work with all types of crank arms and protective boots, but there are some pedals out there that will not be as compatible, so be sure to check with your pedal's manufacturer. For this task, you're going to need just a couple tools, like a 6mm or an 8mm hex Allen wrench or a 15mm open-ended pedal wrench, some high-quality grease, and for best results, a torque wrench is recommended. You can perform this installation with your bike in a stable position on the ground or in an elevated bike stand. We're going to be installing depth trap pedals, which utilize a 6mm hex Allen wrench inserted into the end of the spindle. We'll want to use a small amount of high-quality grease on the spindle threads to ensure smooth installation and protect them and the crank arm threads from the elements. Make sure that you have the correct pedal marked on the depth trap body here with an R and by the smooth spindle flange here. This is the right drive side pedal. Line up your spindle with the crank arm and start to thread the spindle in by hand. Again, this drive side pedal is standard threaded, so you'll want to spin it clockwise. Getting the thread started should be easy, so if you feel any resistance, back it out and make sure you're properly aligned to avoid damaging the pedal or crank arm by cross-threading. Go ahead and insert your 6mm hex Allen wrench into the spindle through the backside of the crank arm and continue to thread the spindle into the crank arm in a clockwise direction. Now, if your pedals accept an open-ended 15mm pedal wrench like this, you want to fully engage the pedal wrench with a flat surface on your pedal spindle and rotate the wrench clockwise for our right drive side pedal. Once the spindle is fully threaded in and stops spinning, you'll want to get out your torque wrench and set it to the crank arm manufacturer's recommended torque specifications. Insert the 6mm bit here, ensuring the bit is fully inserted to avoid damaging the spindle, and again, if your pedals use a 15mm open-ended pedal wrench, you'll use the appropriate adapter for your torque wrench and tighten to the crank manufacturer's recommended torque, and you're done on this side. If you encounter any significant resistance during the installation, don't have the appropriate tools that we mentioned, or if you're just generally still confused, you can always reach out to your local bike shop or to me directly at tech@deitycomponents.com and we'll help get you dialed in. Thanks again for joining us, supporting a rider-owned company. We'll see you next time.